Joining me now is Bill Allen with the Flying Locksmiths of Coastal Carolinas. Thanks so much for being with us, Bill.
Oh, thanks for having me.
So the Flying Locksmiths is a franchise, but y'all are locally owned.
Yes, we are.
And y'all recently started here in Calabash. We're in Calabash where your office is located, but y'all serve all of Brunswick County.
We do. It's my wife and I. We're co-owners of the franchise here. Our territory actually goes from south of Georgetown, South Carolina, all the way up to Topsail Beach, Pender County, and then all the way out to 95. So we do offer the ability to serve multiple locations, obviously within the territory. Brunswick County is kind of where we're based and kind of our home base, and we do a lot of work already in Brunswick County. So.
Okay, so why did you decide to start this franchise?
Well, we liked the business model. We liked the people that own the corporation. We felt very comfortable with them, and my wife and I had talked about owning our own business for a long time, and our kids are now grown, so we thought if we didn't do it now, we wouldn't do it. So this has kind of been a lifelong dream of ours, to be involved in a business where we can work together on it. So that's kind of where we started, and this came along as an attractive opportunity.
So it is a franchise, so there is a corporate office, but you were telling me earlier that it's a family-owned corporation and puts a lot of value into local business and families. So that was really attractive to y'all into starting this.
It was, and it is proven to be the case. The original Flying Locksmith was founded in Boston by a World War II pilot who, when he got home from the war, was looking for a job and started the Flying Locksmiths.
Okay.
And he's passed that on now to his son, who is in the process of now passing it on to the third generation. And it's the third generation that decided the franchising was an interesting opportunity, and that's how it kind of came to pass. So we know the owners personally. They're great people and kind of strong family, and that was really attractive to us as well.
So I'm guessing that has something to do with where the name comes from.
Yeah.
Who's a pilot?
It was. That's how, and we get a lot of jokes about going to fly into the work site and stuff like that. We stay grounded, but the original owner was a pilot. He actually turned out to not like the name at all, and I think it's a great name. It's something that people remember, and our vans are distinctive. So with our Buzz on top, and Buzz is the original owner, so that's where it started. Yep.
It's definitely a memorable name, and we're glad that you're here in Brunswick County. So locksmithing, a lot of people think of it as that's who I call when I'm locked out of my car, or something breaks. Y'all do a lot more than that. It's a very large, encompasses a lot of things.
Yeah, it does. We focus a lot of our energies on commercial and residential. And we, especially on the commercial side, have been going around introducing ourselves to business owners and really want to start a relationship with them before something breaks. And then they're searching for a locksmith. And if we have a relationship, simple things like there are hundreds of different keyways, for example. If we don't have your keyway in stock, it's hard for us to help you if a key breaks in the lock, or if you need us to make keys or something as simple as that. So by having a relationship with us ahead of time, we can understand your business, your needs on site. If there's any special needs that you have, we can kind of prepare for those, so we're ready for when the inevitable happens, I guess.
Yeah, because your locks are something that's so important that a lot of times they work, but when they don't, it's a big problem. So you want to be there to make sure that they're prepared.
That's right.
For that.
That's exactly right. And it's all kinds of things that people don't necessarily think about on the commercial level. For example, if an employee is let go or leaves and doesn't turn in their keys, suddenly you don't have control of who has keys anymore. So we work with people and companies on that level. On the residential level, I guess we had an example the other week. The gentleman who asked us to rekey his house called us after he had owned the house for about 2 or 3 weeks. And what prompted the call was he found out a tenant down the road in a house had a key to his house. And he's like, I really don't know who has keys to my house. So it's easy when you buy a house just to have us come in and rekey it, and then you've got the peace of mind knowing that you have control over who's coming and going.
Absolutely, and there are a lot of people moving here to Brunswick County, and sometimes you don't know where that key's been or who else might have that key.
No, and if you buy a rental property, for example, if you've older couples oftentimes will leave keys with service folks, plumbers, electricians, and you just don't know what's happened before you bought the house. So it's always a nice peace of mind to just kind of take care of that right out of the gate if you're buying a new home and want to make sure that you know where the keys are and who's going to come and go. So yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So Bill, tell me about your service staff. How many technicians do you have?
Yep. We have 2 fully licensed locksmiths. They're licensed in North Carolina. Our company motto is, if it's on the door, we handle it. So the first thing people always think of are the basic things, locks, handles, but we also do door installs, door repairs, fire door work, all that kind of stuff in addition to kind of the standard locksmithing operation. With them being licensed in North Carolina, there's a couple of important things that I think people need to be aware of. They're fully background checked, so they've been, gone through the full background check. They also have to maintain 24 hours of continuing education credit every 3 years, which is important because the technology in the industry is changing so much that we want to make sure our guys stay up to speed on what's out there.
Yeah, that's
technologies.
Good. That's good to know that they're licensed and they are trained.
They
that's
are,
very important.
yeah, they are. They have to pass a test and have to do, very well on the test to be able to gain their license. And it's important in North Carolina. In South Carolina, there's not a licensing structure, but our guys are fully licensed in North Carolina, so it adds a level of professionalism basically wherever we go. So, yeah.
What can your clients expect when they give you a call?
They can call the call center. We're unique in that we have a call center that's up and running 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So they don't have to worry about whether or not we're going to be in the office, and if they happen to catch us in the office, the call center's fully staffed day and night. The call center, those folks at the call center are kind of mini experts, so they can help troubleshoot right on the phone. Mm-hmm. They'll set up an appointment. When the appointment is set up, our locksmiths will call you if we're talking about a residential, and I use this as an example, if you're, working, and we'll call you 30 minutes before we get to your house. So if you want to run home quick from work to just meet us there and take care of it, we can do that.
Okay.
Our guys their pictures are up on the webpage. Obviously the vans come, they are very clearly Flying Locksmith folks, so there's a level of security knowing who's going to come before they even show up at the door, and we'll call you in advance and make sure you're ready for us.
Yeah, what's the story behind the vans? And they seem to be popular.
They are.
People talk
Yeah,
about
they are. I love
them,
the vans.
and they're very eye-catching.
Yeah, they are. So we have all of our operations take place out of our vans. We can do anything pretty much right there on site. The vans themselves are wrapped with our TFL logos, but there's Buzz on top, which is an airplane pilot. And so that's usually what people remember. They've seen us around town. I hear it all the time. That we just saw your vans, and it's eye-catching. And
you've been in parades and everything.
We did the Southport Parade back in July, and we did a Memorial Day Parade in May over in Myrtle Beach, and we'll continue to do that because we think it's a good way to support the community, and the vans are memorable. So, yeah.
What kinds of issues do people commonly have that you take care of?
Well, as we said, we oftentimes have people who want to rekey. On the residential side, we also have, in this area, a lot of corrosiveness in the atmosphere, so deadbolts will start to stick and corrode, and doorknobs do the same. Right. So we'll do a lot of those repairs on the residential side. Occasionally we'll do an emergency lockout, something along those lines. On the commercial side, it's a whole array of issues, from what I just mentioned, rekeying, door closers oftentimes with the corrosiveness start to fail, so they don't close the doors all the way, or they close them too fast and they hit people, and so we'll take care of all those kind of things as well. A lot of the metal doors will start to rust, and eventually that leads to problems, so we'll do full door replacements, storefront door replacements and such. So yeah, we do a little bit of everything when it comes right down to it.
Yeah, there's a lot of maintenance involved with doors and locks that you don't quite think about until you have to take care of it.
No, that's right, and that's why we like to get out there and chat with people before it becomes an issue, so we can kind of take care of things. If you take care of some things early on, it can save you a lot of money later on too.
Absolutely.
So that's one of the things we want to talk to people about, and it also just makes a great first impression that you don't think about until something's wrong. So if you walk into a business and the door slams and hits you as you're walking in, not a great first impression.
Absolutely.
So door sticks and makes all kinds of noises. You don't want to have that be your customer's first experience with you. So we're there to take care of those
Having
things.
a nice, smooth opening door and closing door is satisfying.
Yeah, you take it for granted until it's a problem. That's
Absolutely.
right. That's absolutely right. And it does make a not so favorable impression if it's hard to get into your business or your home even. So we want to take care of those things for folks.
Do you do anything with vehicles, or is that not an area that you?
Not usually. We will help people if they ask us to, but we tend not to do too many automotive.
Okay.
It's a specialty area that we don't focus on too much.
So you do residential and you also do commercial. Is there anything additional that you do on the commercial side?
On the commercial side, we've also been working with a lot of people now who are looking at various access control systems. So card readers, Prox readers, Bluetooth, your phone, fingerprints. I mean, the technology is expanding and exploding, and it seems like almost every week now we're getting some new fancy access control opportunity for folks. So we've been working with a couple companies now. We're exclusive installers for a few folks, and we will do the installs. Every day we're talking with people about new technologies that are coming out. So it's really kind of fascinating. From a business standpoint, it's nice not to have to work with keys. If you have a card access or a phone access, you just shut that off. You don't have to rekey and give keys to all your employees. So it's a little more expensive up front, but over the lifetime of a lock, you can really kind of save yourself a lot of time, energy, and quite frankly, hardship with more sophisticated access control.
It's good to be on the cutting edge with that kind of stuff as a business. Especially
Yeah,
when it comes to
I
security
think for
and things like
security,
that.
yeah, absolutely it is. And we want to make sure that folks are comfortable with the technology, so there are all kinds of different options that people have, that from one door to multi-door to sophistication down to fingerprints and Bluetooth. So it's really fascinating from that perspective now, the options that are available to people.
Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating.
It is. It
So,
really is.
Bill, is there anything else that you wanted to add about Flying Locksmiths?
Well, we're new. We've been open for about 6 months. We're really excited and pleased with the welcome we've gotten, especially from Brunswick County. Folks have been so supportive, and we are pleased with the fact that we're here in the county, and just want to thank our customers who've already been supportive of us. Just the community's been great, and we're just so thrilled to be able to provide them. And kind of it's an honor to be able to provide people as peace of mind and security, and so we take that very seriously, and we're grateful to have that chance for sure.
Right.
So,
Well, we're glad that you and Carrie are here in the local business community.
Thank you.
And how can folks get in touch with you?
well, the easiest way to get in touch with us is to just call our 800 number if you need to service something. And like I said, the call center is available. It's 800-649-KEYS or 800-649-5397. So that's the easiest way, and like I said, it's staffed 24 hours a day. If you need to get a hold of us, you can call the call center. They'll patch it through directly to my wife, Carrie, or I, and we'll chat with you if you'd like to do that. We also have an office number here as well, 910-579-5600, and you can call us directly and we'll chat with you as well. So a lot of ways to reach us. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for letting us come and talk to you about the Flying
Thanks for having
Locksmith.
us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it.